It's like, you know, today's steel bits, so they call them a multi-bit, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a cone shape.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So it puts a taper cut in there, huh?
Multi-bit or something.
That's
maybe,
cool.
or unibit.
Did you find that at a antique shop?
No, this is from the farm here.
That's from your farm?
Yep.
Was that like your grandfather's or your great-grandfather's?
Probably my great-grandfather. He was the guy that did all the woodworking.
Wow.
He was a cabinet maker by
Yeah,
trade.
but see, you had to have the blacksmith to make it.
Dude, that is such a sweet piece of kit. I can't even take it.
You know, that was the beauty. Everything was made. You know, the blacksmith made that, the farmer made the furniture, the barrels, the cooper made the barrels.
I go through thrift stores, I just look for rust. I see rust, I go right there.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I bought lots of cool stuff at those places.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
No, those are, I think, shaped.
An antique.
These here, those are mine.
I just picked up some calipers
Daddy?
last month.
Yeah, I like those.
Daddy?
Yeah, they're cool. Wow.
I think those are
Got a
mine.
big set for Cooks's.
Yeah,
We're over there.
The verdict on that pole, Mitch.
It's kind of rotten.
Okay, so the first thing I gotta do, I just have to cut the sapling just to get a pole. I've done that. And just put a little saw cut in the top.
Is this small? 3 a.m. is supposed to hit. You see, Gary, it's coming from the south. So I think I'm set up right. Wow. As long as the wind doesn't shift, I'm okay. The wind shifts, Scroogey Ahmed.
Last I heard, they were calling for a nor'easter for Saturday. So.
Well, yeah, nor'easter from the south, but maybe it's gonna, you know, maybe it's gonna wrap around. Yeah.
Oh, nor'easter.
Yeah, pretty much, huh?
Yeah. I don't see any frost out there. I'm not gonna talk about that. All of our weather comes from up south. A little bit.
Right.
Even those big snowstorms.
Well, you know, the Montreal Express.
Putting in the pole, I can put up our ridge line without a tree. I could also have made a tripod as well. That would require more pieces.
I know you love my food for whatever, Journey's food for whatever reason, girl, but it's really not that great.
Yeah.
Getting annoying.
Got energy to burn. He's home? What do I do? Go home?
Had a trucker's hitch. There's the loop.
Yep. You missed it. What'd you say? Oh, that's alright.
Nice and tight. Crank down on it. The downside, Gary, is that it's a lot shorter than the other one.
Oh, the tarp?
Yeah. The pole. The pole is a lot shorter. Look at this. Looks like a brand new tarp. This is a brand new tarp, Shane. Nice. First time it's being set up. Yeah, I think it's 10 by 12.
These beans are amazing.
Instead of 8 by 10, which is what I've always gone with, ultralight ripstop 8 by 10. I started to add 2 more feet, right? Which just adds 1 foot on each side. So not extra wider, and extra longer. That's all.
Try?
Yeah, I got a 10 by 10.
Oh, you haven't tried it yet?
No, I gotta get the best kit.
There, but I have just one set up. But yeah, an extra couple feet on the long end would be nice.
Just 1 foot, 1 foot on all around, kind of basically.
Especially if you just use like now, I just kind of use it to cover my tent instead of like a small thing.
Yeah, definitely nice.
Are you just gonna set your tent up underneath there?
Are you filming?
I am filming. Right now I'm tying a floating taut line hitch from the grommet to the ridge line, which is not how it's usually used, but it can be. And now I can move my top around.
Right.
And it's tight.
It's a prusik, isn't it?
The other way. It's almost a prusik,
There's 3.
but it's a taut line.
Right.
Prusik is actually different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do one on each side from the central grommet, just to keep it stabilized this way before I even do anything else.
Cool. Well, you get a driving rain, and that's these. Oh.
We go.
Yeah, I don't mind having a thicker tarp. So, but pretty soon we'll have some native survival tarps. Okay, so night has fallen. Just been busy doing other things. So I just made a nice steak. Just like before, real easy. Just gonna hammer in over there. Continue.
Yeah, let me split these up for little guys just so we can get them going.
Yeah, some people don't.
My daughter doesn't have asthma against it or anything like that. I do. But
You
she
do?
doesn't? Yeah. That's
You have
okay.
asthma?
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Right on.
See, we're more alike every day.
It's true.
He's got to jump out of airplanes next week.
Sounds good to me.
I'll tell you what, everybody thinks it takes balls to do it, but here's what it takes. 20 other guys behind you who won't stop, and they'll push you out that door if you don't go.
Exactly. That's what it takes. Yep. I'll put another one in the middle because we have a storm coming.
Yeah, it's going to be blowing.
That's all she wrote. Nice stout pole. I use greenwood. This is oak. I just staked it out, nice and strong. That's it. The other side's going to a tree. I could do another pole on that side if I wanted. Do the exact same thing on both sides. Doesn't matter.
So, I brought the dog in the house. The dog went absolutely ballistic. He was up on the table. He was everywhere.
Yeah, he wanted to be out.
He was destroying the house. And I'm like, we can't do this. I brought him back outside. I chained him up.
Uncle Doug?
You know what he did? He laid out in the yard, did exactly that,
Did you
curled
have
up like
any
that,
meat
put
or
his nose
anything?
under the
Yeah, I
tail.
got it's right underneath
I
my,
woke up
it's,
the next
Shane
morning,
bought it, but it's
and I followed
everybody's.
the chain to a snowdrift.
It's what kind of meat?
Gave it a tug,
Pepperoni
come
and
up
stuff.
out of the snow,
Right
and
in.
he's like,
You
what?
see where my arm's at? In that flap. I put all the food in that flap so it'd be protected from the water a little bit.
Happy as a clam out there.
Okay, well, they got particular.
This is like a mini guitar.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can watch this. I
Bounce straight out.
I know, keep on happening.
thing has good tone.
It's got a good tone to it,
That's a
don't
real
it?
good
Yeah, it's a
tone.
nice one.
Yeah.
Nice guitar.
Nice guitar, man.
Yeah. Can't play like that.
Just gonna practice.
This
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's wild.
Just got it back.
Yeah. Your bar chords are nuts.
So
I
now
can barely
you check
bar.
that spot.
Just gonna put the time in.
Yeah. I'm definitely willing to. I just need to practice more. Find good instruction.
Yeah. No, I used to do it for work. I taught music for 7 years.
Wow.
I once went to his shop thing.
Yeah.
His area.
That was my last shop I had, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, most students I had was 50 a week.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot.
It's like 10 students a day for 5 days. It's a lot of work. Because each student's a half hour.
All on guitar, Mitch, or?
Yeah. Well, bass on some of them too.
Yeah.
And I had like one violin student, which I wasn't really a fan of. Because I didn't feel confident enough at the instrument. I just, you know, I have a student at 3:30, but not at 4, not at 4:30. The next one's at 5. So dumb. I'm sitting there, and then like that guy at 5 doesn't show up. So now I'm sitting there. I'll get paid, but now I haven't worked in an hour and a half. Sitting in my room for an hour and a half. Mind-numbing. It's like, kill me, please. I can only play guitar by myself for so long before I don't care. Yeah, hurry up and wait. And then I'm like mentally drained and exhausted and just bored out of my mind. And then like 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, and 8:30 will show up. And it's just like cranking hard work, dude, working hard for the last like, 5 students in a row. And I'm just like, I feel like I just ran a marathon at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because like half of the day I was laying around waiting to work. And all of a sudden it just gets, when I'm finally like, maybe no one's gonna show up and I can just leave early. And then like 9 people show up in a row, you're like, oh my God, my brain. I was just napping. Oh crap, this is the guy that's learning tapping? You know? Van Halen, all right. You know? You gotta do it, you can't just, okay, you want to learn the solo by Kirk Hammett? Right on. Like, let's do it. We'll either do it by the book or by ear or by both. You know, you do it.
Damn.
You got to be good enough. Period. If you're not, then he's not your student. You know. There was only one solo I couldn't do. It drove me nuts.
What was it?
Revelation Mother Earth by Randy Rhoads for Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
It's instrumental. And I learned Crazy Train from this dude, note for note. Spot on. I have a Gibson, so the tone, everything was just. It was like listening to the album. I was so pumped. And then he was like, "Oh, let's do this instead." Like after, and he didn't even really kind of learn it. He kind of just like was getting a kick at watching me like do it, like live in front of him. Like turn on the CD. Going off the edge, like just being able to do it. He's just like, dude, let's do this song first. Let's do this one next. Dude, can you learn that one next? He just like wanted to watch me do it. He just like blew his mind, I guess. But I'm like, which is cool. I mean, I dig that music, but then he was like Revolution Mother Earth, and I was like, dude, do you even know that? Like, that's not possible. I'm not like Randy Rhoads is one of the best guitarists that ever lived. Like, I have a limit, bro. By and by. In the sky, road in the sky. I told her, Undertaker, please drive slow. What a woman you are holding. How it so go. Oh God, that's rusty.
How long has it been, Garrett?
Oh, too many years.
Too many
Too many
decades.
decades.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, what's going on? This is reality in camp. So, it's late. I want to go to bed. It's like midnight. And I have to do my dishes. There are coyotes in these woods. I actually ran into 2 of them up to like 30 yards from me just last week. So yeah, I can't just leave a whole bucket of beans here overnight. That's not how you organize your camp. For how it's done. Nesmic wrote about that. And to teach some guys a lesson that he was camping out with, he let them do that, and they got insects and all this kind of junk, you know, in camp. But yeah, just cleaning up my pot here. Cleaning the walls right now. I just put this over the fire and boiled it for a little while, 15 minutes or something. One of the dogs got my spatula. Oh well. I'll have to make a new one. This is not very good to be scraping because it's pine, it's soft. So, whatever. It's already damaged. Yeah, I'm gonna make coffee with this in the morning. I usually make like a gallon of coffee Saturday mornings at Rendezvous. So that's another reason why I need this clean. First thing, I can just pop this in the fire with a bunch of coffee in it. So while I'm doing my dishes, I've got some apple cider warming up in the fire over there right now. That's going to be great. My canteen and my daughter's canteen are already filled with hot water, so that's all set. So I just have to wash this last, and then go to bed. So the trick to this, got a hole in my glove. The trick to this is heating it in one cup and drinking it in another. So just the liquid is hot. The cup isn't. Oh, it's hot. Oh, that's good too. Can just barely drink it. Cold night. Temperature's dropping. It's in the 30s right now. Actually, it was 32 degrees a while ago, like hours ago. I'm gonna check right now while we're talking. Big storm coming through. Big storm. It's supposed to be literally, like on the forecast I looked when it was raining, it said it's going to start around 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 1:30 right now, and 100% by 4 o'clock in the morning. And I went all the way to 10 p.m. It didn't go any further than that, and it was still 100% rain. It's literally going to rain all day. It's supposed to be really, really powerful from a hurricane that started in Mexico and went up the coast all the way up to us. Love it. So I might even get snow. We'll see. Might be too warm. Yeah, it's mid-30s now. So it's like 32, 33. It says it's like 37 now, which makes sense because the air is coming up from the south. It's going to be warmer. So I bet it's going to warm up a little bit because the air coming in is warmer, right? Which I didn't realize, but it makes sense. So I already scraped my bean pot out a bunch, but I'm boiling what's left in there for the liquid to try to work on the bottom, because the bottom is like it's permanent. Like it's part of the pot. So hopefully I can soften that up. If I can't, before I go to bed in a few minutes, what I'm going to do is I'll dump that out, and I'll put some fresh water in it, right? I'll wipe it out, and it'll just be like what's cooked on the bottom, the black stuff or whatever. And I'll just put some water in the bottom and just let it sit all night with some water in it. So I'll do that if I have to. Not a big deal. But yeah, just hanging out before the storm. My tarp, everything is real tight over there. Shelter is buttoned down. Everybody, we're all expecting some weather. It's supposed to be pretty intense. Everybody went to sleep an hour ago, at like 12:30. So I've just been doing dishes and washing my spoon, washing my spatula, cleaning up camp, grab my ukulele, just, you know, organizing. And I'm gonna put things in secure places before the rain comes. Ukulele, I'll bring in my tent with me. Like my bow, I'll bring that into my tent with me. My backpack, I'm gonna put under, you know, my tarp near my tent. I'll just lay it down underneath the tarp. I have a bunch of stuff that's like on the edge of the parachute, so I'm either gonna bring it into the middle or I'll put it underneath my tarp if I have room. I don't know. You know, I just gotta realize that in 2 hours it's gonna be pouring down rain. So and it's gonna rain all day. So that might be a problem for tomorrow. We have the tournament, 2 tournaments. Archery tournament and BB gun tournament, so yikes. Well, I'm gonna enjoy my hot cider and finish up my last couple chores. I'm gonna turn in. See you in the morning.